The Privacy Shield is a very big step forward in our transatlantic relationship, EU-US. If you in particular compare it with the safe harbor decision.
We addressed the key weaknesses of the safe harbor regime. We also addressed the very important guidance that we got from the European Court of Justice in the Schrems ruling. And the Privacy Shield is in that regard a huge improvement compared to the previous regime because it provides certainty for the individual because they have much more redress mechanisms. It is a dynamic process that will allow us to review the Shield regularly and to work with the American friends so that we keep the pressure and encourage them to make further steps in enhancing further the privacy protection. And it's also having assurances that there will be an effective enforcement of the regime. It is probably not the last step that we will do in EU-US data flow initiatives, but it is an important and groundbreaking progress.
This is not just Europe's problem, this is also the US problem because this is about ensuring that data will freely flow from Europe to the United States. That is a question that is of importance for European data controllers, so for European companies. That's also a question that is of importance for US companies. So I think the Privacy Shield is key to indeed bring legal certainty to all transfers of data from the European Union to the United States, not just only those that will take place under the Privacy Shield.
In fact, it cuts red tape because you don't have to negotiate agreements with everybody you're transferring with. And it provides a fast-track way to be able to understand your legal obligations and to set up a compliance framework.
One of the key improvements for the individuals are the improved redress mechanisms. And here there are different ways. First of all, when you have normal data protection complaints, you want your data to be withdrawn or rectified. There's a watertight system that you can go via your DPAs, via the FTC. You have a watertight system, you get a solution of this conflict. But in the area of access from the American side for national security purposes of the data that flows under the shield, we have a specific and a historic first-time ever redress mechanism, the ombudsperson mechanism.
Now we have implemented a procedure which allows also our EU citizens to apply and to try to implement their rights in the United States. So for that, I think it's really more data protection than ever, which we are going to have with regard to the Privacy Shield.